Cynthia, the champion of the Sinnoh Region and one of the most beloved characters in the entire Pokémon franchise. From the first few times we meet her in Diamond and Pearl, Cynthia has always been a source of intrigue for Pokémon fans and is known to be one of, if not the most challenging champion to face. Cynthia initially appears to us as a sort of random character that consistently helps us with various items and advice on our journey throughout Sinnoh. Only later do we find out why exactly she's helping us. As it turns out, she went on a similar journey to help Professor Rowan complete the Pokédex when she was younger. We also quickly find out that she has a deep interest in legendary Pokémon, as well as the mythology and history of the Sinnoh region, just like her grandma, who is the elder of Celestic Town, the oldest town in the entire region. Cynthia's knowledge and power as a trainer is so vast that she's even able to help us against Giratina in Pokémon Platinum, and at the Sinnoh Ruins in Pokémon Heart Gold and Soul Silver she even helps us encounter Dialga, Palkia, Giratina, and even the god of Pokémon itself, Arceus. Although a lot of people don't know about them, Cynthia has made many appearances in the games since Gen 4. However, since she's such a mysterious trainer, it almost seems like the more we find out about her, the more questions we have. But let's answer one of the most important questions of all. How strong is Cynthia really? And what is the best possible Pokemon team she can come up with? It's time to find out her true power. The first time we encounter Cynthia in battle is of course at the Pokemon League in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, where we find out she was actually the champion of the Sinnoh region all along. I think it's safe to say that most of us were wholly unprepared for this battle the first time around. Cynthia is one of those very rare trainers from either the Pokemon League or the gyms that doesn't actually stick to a specific type of Pokemon. Instead, she has a very diverse team that is super hard to counter. Cynthia starts off with a level 61 Spiritomb, which was very hard to counter since in Gen 4, Fairy-type was not a thing yet, so it had no weaknesses whatsoever, followed by a level 60 Roserade, a level 63 Gastrodon, a level 63 Lucario, a level 63 Milotic, and finally a level 66 Garchomp. This high-level team with tons of variety proved to be immensely difficult to deal with and had pretty good in-game movesets as well. Up until this point in the franchise, Cynthia was definitely among the best trainers we had ever seen, and as an NPC team, it still holds up as being a pretty strong one even leading up to Generation 8. The next time we battle Cynthia is in Pokemon Platinum, the third version game for Generation 4's Diamond and Pearl games. The first time we face Cynthia in Platinum, she actually has a weaker team than her team from Diamond and Pearl, although she does have a brand new team member that's worthy to note. Cynthia begins with their Spiritomb again, although this time it's level 58, as well as a level 58 Roserade, a brand new level 60 Togekiss, a level 60 Lucario, a level 58 Milotic, and a level 62 Garchomp. Although it was kind of weird that Cynthia's team became slightly weaker initially in this game, it's definitely cool to see her have a new Pokemon. More importantly though, Platinum also gave us the ability to rematch her as champion after completing the events at Stark Mountain. In this champion rematch, Cynthia has become far more powerful as a trainer. Unbelievably so, in fact. This time around, she has a whopping level 74 Spiritomb, a level 74 Roserade, a level 76 Togekiss, a level 76 Lucario, a level 74 Milotic, and her Garchomp is now level 78. This is undoubtedly one of the strongest NPC teams we've ever seen in any of the games, and is the strongest that we see her with in her debut generation, Gen 4. However, Cynthia's growth as a trainer does not stop here. Cynthia's next battling appearance takes place in the subsequent generation, Gen 5, in Pokemon Black and White. Not a lot of people know that Cynthia actually made an appearance in this game, since finding her is not part of the main storyline. However, if you beat the game and return to Undella Town, you can find many of the female gym leaders and Elite Four members from Unova throughout. As it turns out, Cynthia also makes an appearance here and is found in Elite Four member Caitlin's house right beside the Pokemon Center, where she's apparently staying to study the Abyssal Ruins nearby. Upon talking to her, she notes that the protagonist has the same glimmer in their eyes as the protagonist from Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, and naturally, she immediately challenges to battle with an extremely powerful team, featuring some brand new members as well. Cynthia of course begins with her trusty Spiritomb at level 75, followed by an Electros at level 75, a Milotic at level 75, a Braviary at level 75, a Lucario at level 75, and her Garchomp at level 77. Interestingly, the Electros and Braviary are new additions to her team, and since they're Gen 5 Unova Region Pokemon, we can assume that she actually caught them while pursuing her research in Undella Town. In the sequels to Black and White, Black 2 and White 2, Cynthia makes 2 more appearances. The first is also at Undella Town, where she has a slightly different and slightly higher leveled team than before, with one brand new member. She boasts a level 76 Spiritomb, Milotic, Togekiss, and Lucario, along with a brand new level 76 Glaceon that we've never seen her with, and her Garchomp is level 78. In this battle, her Milotic and Spiritomb, and of course her new Glaceon, are at the highest levels we've ever seen them at, while the rest are tied with their other highest level appearances. Cynthia's second appearance in Black 2 and White 2 occurs at the Pokemon World Tournament, where she can only be battled in the Champions Tournament, which is exceptionally difficult to get access to since you have to beat all 5 of the regional gym leader tournaments to unlock the World Leaders Tournament, then proceed to beat the World Leaders Tournament 10 times. With all the Pokemon being set to level 50, it's very hard to discern exactly how powerful Cynthia's Pokemon are, but we can see what movesets and items she chooses to use on them, which we'll of course get a better look at in action when we use her Pokemon in battle in next week's video. In the Champions Tournament, Cynthia chooses to rotate between the following 6 Pokemon: Garchomp, Spiritomb, Roserade, Togekiss, Lucario, and Glaceon. She employs amazing items including Focus Sash, Leftovers, Choice Scarf, Life Orb, Rocky Helmet, and great strategies too, such as having a white herb on the Roserade so it can actually use Leaf Storm without having its special attack lowered. The movesets on her Pokemon are also incredible. Her Garchomp, for instance, knows Swords Dance, Stone Edge, Stab Earthquake, and Stab Outrage as well. Cynthia's final appearance in the main series games thus far comes in the Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon games in the post-game Battle Tree feature, where the player has a chance of facing her once every 10 battles if the Super Course is unlocked by first completing the normal course. Just like in the Pokemon World Tournament, all the Pokemon's levels are set to level 50, but there are 2 really key items that we must take note of in order to see Cynthia's true power. In the Battle Tree, Cynthia operates by rotating between the following 5 Pokemon: Milotic, Spiritomb, Garchomp, Lucario, and Togekiss. However, her Garchomp is shown to have access to the Garchompite Megastone, and her Lucario has the Lucarionite Megastone. This changes everything when it comes to assessing Cynthia's power. We now know that she has unlocked the power to use Mega Evolution, which is an absolute game changer and is something that very few trainers in the games have access to. As a regional champion, we expected Cynthia to have some strong Pokemon, and looking at her evolution in the games, that has certainly proven to be true. But what exactly is the best team that she can come up with? It's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. The first pick for Cynthia's best team would have to be her very best Pokemon, her level 76 Lucario from the Pokemon Platinum Champion Rematch with the Lucario Knight from the Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon Battle Tree, making it a Mega Lucario. Mega Lucario is by far the highest tier Pokemon she has, as it's currently placed in the Uber tier according to Smogon usage stats. With its massive 145 base attack stat and 140 base special attack stat, along with its numerous moves we've seen her use on it in the games, Mega Lucario is certainly capable of being a stellar physical, special, or mixed attacker with stab moves such as Close Combat, Aura Sphere, Flash Cannon, Bullet Punch, and much more. This is definitely Cynthia's ace Pokemon. The second pick would have to go to a Pokemon that Cynthia is actually more widely known for, her signature Garchomp at level 78 from the Undella Town battle in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2. This Garchomp is Cynthia's highest level Pokemon, and although she also has access to its Megastone, Mega Lucario is certainly a better option than Mega Garchomp, since she can only use 1 Mega per battle of course. Still, Garchomp is an incredible threat in the OU tier and has been shown to use moves like Outrage, Earthquake, Swords Dance, and others under Cynthia's care. The third pick for Cynthia's best team has to go to her level 76 Togekiss from the Pokemon Platinum Champion Rematch battle. Togekiss currently sits in the UU tier in competitive battling and is a huge threat with its Serene Grace ability, its newly acquired Fairy typing, and fantastic stab moves that Cynthia has used on it in the past, like Air Slash and Dazzling Gleam. The next member of Cynthia's best team is her level 76 Milotic from the Black 2 and White 2 Undella Town battle. Milotic is currently in the RU tier in competitive battling and helps provide a bulky water type that defends against many of her team's common weaknesses. With moves like Recover, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, and Dragon Tail, Milotic provides some much needed support and is a great addition to Cynthia's best team. For the 5th slot, I'm gonna have to go with Cynthia's level 74 Roserade from her Pokemon Platinum Champion Rematch team. Despite this being Cynthia's lowest level Pokemon on her best team, it is in the top 5 in terms of tiers, currently sitting in RU. Roserade provides a little bit of extra speed, type coverage, and some great special attacks such as Leaf Storm and Sludge Bomb, along with other utility moves such as Sleep Powder to put a dent in the opponent's team. And for the final slot, we're going to put one of Cynthia's 2 post-Gen 4 Pokemon, her level 75 Electros, from her original Black and White Undella Town team. Despite being in the PU tier, Electros is at the top of the tier and provides some super necessary coverage to defend against common type threats for her team. With the Levitate ability, Electros has absolutely no weaknesses, and with its high attack and special attack, it can pull off a bulky mixed attacker role and makes a great final addition. Cynthia does have a couple other Pokemon in her arsenal that are worth mentioning. First is her level 75 Braviary, which could very well take the 6th spot in place of Electros, since it technically is a better Pokemon, but this would add a 3rd electric weakness on her team and a 4th ice weakness. If we're to create her best team, we do have to take into account these team factors and not just her top 6 best standalone Pokemon. Next, we've got her level 76 Spiritomb, which, despite being a cool Pokemon, is not very viable in competitive battling, being mid to lower PU in terms of tiers. And finally, we've got her level 76 Glaceon, which doesn't even qualify for PU, which is the worst battling tier. Well, there we go everyone, we have discovered Cynthia's true power and unveiled her strongest possible team. If you enjoyed this video and are looking forward to more from this series, be sure to leave a like, share it with a friend who you think would enjoy it, and subscribe with notifications on by hitting that bell icon if you haven't already. All forms of support are super appreciated. Don't forget to comment down below with what trainer you wish to see featured next. The comment with the most likes will pick the trainer for the next trainer's episode and will be featured on screen. This has been Soul Spectre, and I'll see you guys next time for some more True Power.